All right, hello world. We're coming to you live today from Chicago, Illinois, the Wintrust Arena. And folks, we have a ball game tonight. This is a matchup that is going to be truly electric because we have this Los Angeles Ballers team who is extremely hot right now. 170 points in their last two ball games. They're looking great since they've added LaMelo Ball to that squad. And we've got a Chicago team who's looking to refine their identity. They're coming in their home place, a place the last time we were here. The atmosphere was crazy. The fans were very involved in that game, and they were almost a six-man. So you really got the city of Chicago versus a very hot Los Angeles team. Folks, my name is Alan Bell, a.k.a. @AB The Hero. I'm here with my main man, Brandon Williams, a.k.a. @Talking with Fresh. And Brandon, are you as excited about tonight's matchup as I am?
I am, probably mainly due to what you just mentioned with the Chicago crowd being the sixth man. Last time, and I said it in the first game, not the biggest crowd. However, they are so intense. And actually, they're starting to fill in even more now. But I'm expecting them to really be vital into allowing the Chicago team to, again, find their identity. And we mentioned in their last game a couple nights ago that it wasn't the same team, especially early on. The toughness, the grit that we're used to them playing like, they were still trying to find exactly who they were. Started playing a lot more with that toughness, that Chicago mindset that we're used to seeing them play with. Fought back in that second half, so I'm expecting them to carry that over along with new coach Nick Cologne's style and see if they can galvanize themselves and give this Los Angeles team everything they got.
This is a game where they're going to need to find that toughness. They're playing a Los Angeles team with LaMelo Ball, who is averaging 50 points a game right now. He's only played 2 games, but is averaging 50 points a game. And LaMelo Ball, who's averaging a triple-double right now in the JBA. Last game, 43 points, 24 boards, and 15 assists. That's a ridiculous stat line for any player at any level, and he's looking to continue playing that hot here tonight. If Chicago is going to stop him, they're going to have to show the toughness that you spoke about. This is going to be a game that is going to show what they're truly made of from the inside and out if they want to stick into this ball game.
Well, a player that I'm looking closely at tonight is Travis Ingram of the Chicago Ballers. New point guard with Keezo Brown no longer with the team, moving on to greener pastures, so to speak. But Travis Ingram, former Towson University player, came into to the game against in the last game that Chicago played, really started to come into his own in that second half. And when he went down, he had some leg cramp issues. And when he went down after Chicago was making that comeback, you started to see that the Chicago Ballers really missed his presence, having that steady presence as a point guard. So I'm looking to see him be the catalyst for the Chicago team as to see if they can try to take down a hot LA team.
All right, folks, both of these teams were in here today trying to get hot and trying to warm up and continue that on into today's ball game. So, folks, let's just check out some of that warm-up. All right, folks, we're coming to you live from the Wintrust Arena here in Chicago, Illinois. We've got the Los Angeles Ballers taking on the hometown Chicago Ballers. Folks, this is going to be a very interesting ball game. The Los Angeles Ballers coming off 2 170-point performances back-to-back, looking to continue that pace and potentially go a little bit higher in tonight's game. This Chicago team looking to show their toughness, looking to put on a defensive clinic and just show this Los Angeles team, hey, you're not going to come into our city and take over like you've been doing. So we look at the lineup for this Chicago team. One of the key players in the additions moving into this starting lineup, Travis Ingram, taking over the point guard responsibilities for the Chicago team. A guy who showed some flashes in his debut as a person who can handle the ball and facilitate the offense. They look to get him going early as he facilitates it to other players. The Chicago team leading scorer right now, Dion Lau with 23 points a game. Second leading scorer, Montrell Dixon, 17 points. Harrison Rieger, third leading scorer, 17 points. That is going to be an issue tonight for the Chicago team. Is right now they're not putting up enough points to hang in there with the firepower of this Los Angeles team. For Chicago, this game is going to be about who can step up and who can score with LaMelo Ball, Jello Ball, Niles Malone, Greg Floyd, and some of their new players, Marquise Reed, Kashawn Mack. These guys who have been filling up the box score for this Los Angeles team. That is the challenge tonight for this Chicago squad, is can they keep up the point total and with the pace of this Los Angeles team.
Well, I'm going to tell you who is one of my key people, not exactly a player, but the new head coach, Nick Cologne. Wealth of experience. We talked about it in the last broadcast. Sacramento State, NBA Summer League director for 25-plus years. Just has a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience, and just got these guys not too long ago. So he's still trying to put his imprint on these players, these young players, after dealing with a lot of transition, a lot of changes. We saw Coach Eddie Denard here, and Coach Karen Woods was a wonderful sight. He embraced Montrell Dixon. You know, he and I, you know, we talked for a moment, and I'm pretty sure even having him in the building is going to help galvanize this team as well. So it's a lot that the Chicago team has dealt with in the past week or so. But being at home, being with their hometown fans, expect this team to come out with a lot of intensity, a lot of fire. And I'll be honest with you, AB, with the teams in this league, the way that this Chicago team is constructed, especially with adding Travis Ingram to this roster, I won't be surprised if the Chicago team gives LA everything they can handle and be a lot closer than what people would give them credit for.
All right. I agree with you. I would love to see that from this Chicago team. But right now, for this Chicago team to stay in this ball game, we're going to have to see a team that we haven't seen from them all season long. They're going to have to get up and down this court and run, or honestly, the opposite of that. They're going to have to figure out a way to slow this thing down and not let this be a fast-paced running up and down this court game, because that's the exact game plan of this Los Angeles team, is to get them to start running. As we hear the Chicago team coming into the building, and the Linnell Watson section, but right behind us is turned up already. They already on fire.
So if y'all hear some loud cheers, you know where it's coming from. But I wanted to say this, AB, just like you mentioned, trying to slow it down in the half court. When they didn't have a point guard, that's where the Chicago team was starting to struggle. Travis Ingram, he knows how to slow the pace down, how to pick up the pace, how to do those things that point guards do. So I expect him to be able to lead the Chicago team in the way that they've been looking for. A lot of the players I've talked to him and spoken to him about him specifically, they're very excited to have him a part of the team. We'll see what happens tonight.
Oh, definitely. And from our last game, the folks from Suffolk, Virginia are happy to have him on the team as well, as they turned out in droves. I'm sure they're going to be in the comments section today. But let's take a break for the national anthem. right, folks, we're coming to you live right now from Chicago, Illinois. We have the Los Angeles Ballers taking on the Chicago Ballers. Hometown team with some hometown advantage. We've already seen it. I seen some folks in here with Montrell Dixon plastered on their shirts, like a whole image of him. It's a Montrell Dixon thing on the back
Sitting
of it.
Courtside.
Sitting courtside. So you know they're going to be loud for this Chicago team. They're definitely going to have the support of this hometown arena as they take on the Los Angeles Ballers. We look at their starting lineup here. Niles Malone, LaMelo Ball, LiAngelo Ball, Greg Floyd, and Melvin Davis, a guy who has been a great addition to that Los Angeles team, really playing as their enforcer down in the paint.
Absolutely.
Protecting that basket, letting everybody know there's no easy buckets in the Junior Basketball Association. I mean,
well, another key to this game is that the Chicago team is going to have to punch first. LA knocked out Atlanta very quickly in the first couple moments of the ball game, and they never punched back. If the Chicago team does get punched, they're going to have to make sure that they hit back, and they're going to hit back hard. So, and we just talked about this Atlanta team. They're #1.
Atlanta #1. Los Angeles team tied for second place with the win here today. They be the sole second place here in the Junior Basketball Association's inaugural season. Montrell Dixon trying to get it going early. Very quick shot. Look at this Los Angeles team. They're not going to see a ton of dribbling from this team. They're going to pass that ball up the court very fast. Try to get very quick shots like we just seen. It's up to the Chicago team to slow it down as we see Sean Lee slowing it down right now. Travis Ingram, point guard that we've been talking about, is a key component to this team and slowing it down. As Sean Lee goes 2 hands and 10 fingers across the rim. Big slammer, jammer, whammer.
Sean Lee says, I ain't playing with him tonight.
Sean Lee getting it started early. Kansas City, Missouri. As you said, the Chicago team needs to punch LA in the mouth early if they're going to stay in this ball game. As Niles Malone shifty dribbling, Chicago with some defense. Turnover here. Montrell Dixon out in transition. Harrison Rieger pulls up. Slowing it down. Another possession. Harrison Rieger unable to get the second one to drop as well. Melvin Davis
charge. Maybe not.
A blocking foul.
Looked like he just kind of ran right over him like a running back there.
Melvin Davis definitely put that shoulder down a little bit. Flicked the truck stick up. Uh-oh. We've got some customizations going on right now. L.A. Braun.
Not sure how Cavs fans will feel about that.
Jello pulls one up from 3 early. Sean Lee trying to thread the needle.
It's a good idea there, just not really good execution. But I like the pace that the Chicago team is playing. I like the intensity and the passion early on. Something we didn't see from Atlanta in that last game.
Shout out to Rena Davis. Melvin Davis's mom tuning in for tonight's game. Melvin Davis pulling up, showing that range. He's one of those guys who wants to be a unicorn. Big man who can do it all inside and outside. Dion Lau from Hastings, Nebraska, leading scorer for the Chicago Ballers team. Unable to knock it down, gets his own board. Oh, unable to finish the bunny as well. LaMelo trying to go to work. Harrison Rieger, tight defense. Called for contact.
It was good defense. I think he just caught him in the face or the arm. It was one of the two. I saw a little bit of contact there.
All right, folks, coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois. Chicago Ballers leading 2. Los Angeles Ballers 0. Melo knocks down the first free throw. And folks, you know where we're at right now. We're in Chicago on Phonem. I promise we're here. Let us know where you're tuning in from all around the world. We know Big Baller brand JBA is international. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We want to shout you out like we always do.
Let's see if we can get some of them. Missed a few of them early on. They were flooding in very quickly.
Rep
So we have
City.
Columbus, Georgia in the building.
Travis Ingram drawing contact from LaMelo Ball. LaMelo letting Travis know, hey, man, there's no easy buckets in the Junior Basketball Association.
Kalisha Fondren from Mississippi says, what up, AB and Fresh? How you doing?
Hey.
Top fan out there.
Ed McKinney from Los Angeles. Brenda Lucas from Kansas. We're at in Kansas now. I used to be my old stomping grounds.
Shout out
Independence.
to Josiah Johnson. That's the little brother, younger brother, I should say, of assistant coach Chris Johnson, head of the light-skinned coalition.
All right now. All right, Travis Ingram knocking down those free throws, extending this Chicago lead 4-2. Greg Floyd tying the ball game up. Chicago team doing a good job right now, slowing down this Los Angeles offense.
See, Coach Nick Cologne is calling out a set right now.
Deion Lau getting it going. Hastings, Nebraska. Wanted a foul called there. Melo pulling up from way yonder. Marquise Reed called for the foul.
And I was actually surprised. I actually thought that Melo may have got some contact on that one. Omar Solis just said, this man just said on phone them.
Hold up now. We in Chicago.
Hey. Shout out Greenville, Mississippi.
Montrell Dixon, left-handed finish over LaMelo Ball. One of the big adjustments that this Los Angeles team has made is moving Melo to the point guard. Started the season at shooting guard.
Montrell Dixon's have to learn very quickly. Once you close out on LaMelo Ball, you must put that hand up or he will knock it down.
Travis Ingram slowing it down a lot right now for the Chicago team.
Shout out to Tacoma, Washington in the building, Aurora, Illinois.
Montrell Dixon still trying to go to work, unable to finish the bucket in the paint. Marquise Reed with some saucy dribbling. Couldn't finish at the rim. Montrell Dixon will throw it down. 2 hands, 10 fingers, bringing this Chicago crowd to life, folks.
Even that put a big smile on
folks.
Mr. LaVar Ball's face.
Slamma jamma. Uh-oh, folks, we got a ball game early right now. Coming to you, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago Ballers 8, Los Angeles Ballers 7.
On the middle ball, on the middle ball, get up on it. Make him put the ball on the floor. He cannot dribble more than 2 dribbles. Okay? You guys okay? Take a deep breath. Be patient. Don't settle for the first shot. Don't let him shoot threes. We know Jello gonna jack that shit from range. You know he's gonna jack it. Get up on the shot, make him play. Fly out on him anyway. Hey, fight on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You hear that Chicago team, fight on 3, 1, 2, 3, fight. Hey, we talked to y'all about this team and the toughness that they've been playing with all year. The motto all year is, if we're not the most talented team on the court, we're going to be the toughest team on the court. A team who will get up in you. Right now, they've came to play versus this Los Angeles team who is putting up 170 points in their last couple of games.
I have a feeling that Montrell Dixon is going to get quite a few of those types of dunks tonight.
Montrell Dixon jumping through the roof to get that board.
Nick Cologne says, run a play.
Sean Lee decides to pull it up. Coach Cologne not happy with it. Full court pass off the hands of Jello. Able to retain possession, kicks it to Greg Floyd.
And one.
And one.
Nice finish there.
Greg Floyd is a guy who doesn't talk too much, but after he sunk that basket, let out one of those yells, and one.
Well, he can feel the intensity in this building as well. You know, we mentioned the Chicago fans, you know, starting to really fill in right behind us. Definitely feels like a nice little crowd in here.
Greg Floyd at the free throw line, looking to extend the Los Angeles Ballers lead. 10 to Chicago Ballers 8. Now we're starting to see Los Angeles team get into that trap full court that they're known for. Harrison Rieger averaging 17 points a game for the Chicago Ballers, unable to knock that one down.
Harrison's going to have to look for Harrison's going to have to look for the player to dive off of that when he gets in that short corner there. It's basically a 2-on-1 situation. So.
All right, Sean Lee down to Travis Ingram. Back to Dion Lau. Nice block there by LaMelo Ball. Stingy defense right now from these Los Angeles Ballers as the shot clock winds down. Harrison Rieger in the corner. We've seen him get hot from that corner in the last ball game. All right.
Good no call there.
All right, folks, so we know where you're from, but let us know which team you're repping right now. Who do you want to win this ball game, Los Angeles or Chicago? Let us know. We want to pin some of your posts. Let us know why you think that team has a shot as well. We want to pin some of those posts.
Absolutely. So Niles Malone, LA called a timeout there as they were tied up down on the bottom, fighting for the ball. Let's see what Coach Doyle Baltazar has to say during this timeout.
All right, folks, we're coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois. My name is Alan Bell, AKA @AB the Hero. I'm here with my main man, Brandon Williams, AKA @Talking with Fresh.
Holla at your boy.
We got a ball game on our hands. Chicago Ballers taking on the Los Angeles Ballers. Los Angeles leading 12 to Chicago 8. Chicago came out pretty hot. Seen a huge dunk from Montrell Dixon, who is the leading scorer right now for this Chicago team with 4 points. Jello Ball seems a quiet 5 right now for this Los Angeles team, but I expect the box score and these offensive totals to start picking up here very quickly.
Well, what Chicago has to do is to try to maintain their identity, as we mentioned. Right now, they're playing with a much better pace in the half-court set, not getting too carried away with themselves, running sets, just not executing in terms of making shots, but they're not trying to play LA style, which is a really good thing.
All right, all VA rooting for Travis Ingram in here tonight.
Shout out to the Suffolk area.
Chicago native checking in from Cincinnati, Desmond White. Jack, J Black team plug in the building as well. Sean Lee with the steal.
That looked like there was a power play that they like to run for Jello to get him isolated on that low post block there. Just couldn't get it to him.
Sean Lee to Montrell Dixon pulling up with that left hand. Cash, money, and splash it. Niles Malone pulling up on this end. Unable to hit. Harrison Rieger with the board. Going in transition. Tosses it off the legs of Greg Floyd.
Harrison's going to have to do a better job of finding whether it's the point guard or going ahead and moving that ball ahead of him so he doesn't get in those situations like he just did right there. So, but I do like the energy. I love the energy from the Chicago team so far.
Matthew Blackburn has not been watching this game. He says there's no defense in this league. And I don't know what game he's watching.
He hasn't watched any games, apparently.
757, we in here.
Shout out 757. Jello's calling for the ball again.
Jello, mid-range jumper off the back iron. Like Travis Ingram almost tipped that in on accident. Harrison Rieger out in transition. Him and Dion Lau decides to pull it back. Chicago team looking to get into this offense here.
I want to highlight the matchup of LaMelo Ball and Dion Lau, former 6th man of the year in the Conference USA for University of Texas San Antonio. So Travis Ingram with a nice drive to the basket, but that is Jello Ball. That is one of the few people in this league that can kind of match up with him size for size, strength for strength. Not as strong, obviously, as Jello, but a very good test in the defensive end for LaMelo Ball.
All right, folks, we got Linnell Watson getting ready to check into the ball game. Be prepared to hear the section right behind us go a little crazy when he touches the court.
Here he comes.
There it is. There it is.
Bam, bam in the house.
Bam, bam. Inglewood.
South side.
Trayvon Holloway says he likes him and Marcus Dixon to get buckets. Montrell Dixon is his name. He does get buckets, though. Travis Ingram.
Nice pass
Beautiful
there.
pass to Linnell Watson. Team block. Linnell Watson. This is on board in the putback. Crowd goes crazy. Jello ball. Montrell Dixon in his face. Linnell Watson on the board. Deion Lau stripped.
LaMelo Ball with the two-handed flush there.
Two-handed flush.
Cannot dribble the ball.
Throw up Sean Lee. Sean Lee unable to
Cannot dribble the ball against this LA team too much. Good call
charge.
there.
Deion Lau, the Kool-Aid man, able to draw a charge.
But you cannot dribble the ball too much against this LA team, as you just saw on the previous possession. Got to move the ball, advance it through that full court press that they like to run.
All right, folks, coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois. Got a tie ball game on our hands. Los Angeles Ballers versus the Chicago Ballers. Chicago team came out today ready to play. Definitely have a sixth man in the building with this Chicago crowd who is always ready to root for their home team. The city loves sports. It's the home of one of the second greatest basketball players ever, Michael Jordan. Only second to LeBron James and LeVar Ball, who had tied for first place. Nell Watson kicks it back to Montrell Dixon. He steps on the out-of-bounds line.
Just steps out.
Jello ball in the paint. Oh, Mellow Ball. Try to get a little reverse putback dunk. Nell Watson will flush it on you. Oh, big Melvin Davis. Letting him know no easy buckets as Montrell Dixon, after the whistle, throws down one with 2 hands and 10 fingers, folks. Linnell Watson at the free throw line. Unable to take the lead for the Chicago Ballers as K-Mac drives in. Stingy defense from Travis Ingram.
Appreciate all you guys tuning in, showing all the love. Definitely appreciate that.
When you tune in, folks, if you're just now tuning in with us, let us know where you're tuning in from. So Linnell Watson's about to throw this down. Niles Malone with a smart foul right there, because Linnell Watson was about to put on a show that would have tore this arena to rubble. He's a small guy in stature, but he's definitely a high flyer from Chicago, Inglewood to be exact. Cash and splash on that first free throw. Chicago Ballers take the lead.
Shout out to Tim Brown from Columbus, Ohio.
All right, we got folks in here with them light up hats too. All right, now I see you.
Chi-Town's finest.
Montrell Dixon able to tip that one over to Travis Ingram. Deion Lau driving, Melvin Davis say this is grown man business.
And he lets Deion Lau know all about it.
I told you folks, Melvin Davis is the enforcer for this Los Angeles team. A very athletic big man who will get up in your face, look like all ball. Look like he caught him a little bit with some of that follow through, but he lets him know, hold on now. Hey, it's real around here.
Is there no easy buckets, AB?
No easy buckets in the Junior Basketball Association. Melvin Davis from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Coach calling the Chicago team back, get back on defense. They get off into transition. Montrell Dixon, some saucy dribbling. Oh, Sean Lee with a very saucy pass to Linnell Watson, but Greg Floyd says, nah, bro, no easy basket. You can see, folks, this is definitely a very physical ball game so far. This is exactly what the Chicago team needed to do if they're going to stick with this high-powered offense from the Los Angeles Ballers. Make it a physical game, slow down the pace, and make this Los Angeles team abandon that run-and-gun style of offense that they have.
Looks like Deion Lau is going to check out after picking up second foul.
Deion Lau, the leading scorer for the Chicago team. And misses points. Linnell Watson driving. Tried to throw a lob up to Harrison Rieger there. A little too high. I'm going to call it a pass.
I want to see Linnell Watson from that corner swing that ball back up to the top, and let's see if they can run something there.
Uh-oh, Niles Malone.
Newski.
Very saucy dribbling.
Nice
Folks, you're
handle.
going to have to get the saucy counter started tonight, because I got a feeling we about to run it up, run it up, run it up. Montrell Dixon from the outside, that left hand. Oh, and Sean Lee, 2 hands and 10 fingers.
Goodness.
Showing that athleticism. Kansas City, Missouri, KC Mo in the building. LaMelo Ball driving in the lane, drawing contact, going to the free throw line. Sean Lee, take off, young man.
He cut that back way from where
Go
he's
ahead and
from.
get your highlights off. There he is. Sean Lee is a guy who played JUCO ball out in Kansas. Cloud County, former teammate of Deion Lau. I talked to him about, why did you want to join the JBA, man? You're super talented. You probably could have played anywhere. Said, man, I want to be a pro. This is his way to live his dreams. The Junior Basketball Association, the guy who's taking full advantage of it in tonight's ball game. All right. Montrell Dixon, Travis Ingram kicking it around to Linnell Watson. Unable to knock it down. Off in transition, Jello to Greg Floyd. Greg Floyd unable to pull back that hammer. Knock the nail in. LaMelo Ball. A little jelly roll layup there. Harrison Rieger trailing. Tone Singleton's got to pass this ball. 8 seconds there. Folks, we're playing by NBA regulation rules here. So you've got 12-minute quarters, 48-minute regulation, 24-second shot clock, and all of the fixings of an NBA officiated game all the way down to the referees. LaMelo Ball trying to put somebody on the poster right now.
In that situation on the last possession by Chicago, I needed to see Travis Ingram come and go get that basketball. You can't have Antonio Singleton, who is not a point guard, trying to make plays through that full court zone that LA runs. So
put back there. Those 30
You
seconds.
see the control that he has right now as LaMelo Watson gets it over.
Harrison Rieger, he can shoot it from the outside. LaMelo Watson with the putback.
Bam, bam.
His section goes crazy. Chicago team playing with some intensity tonight, a high level of energy versus this Los Angeles squad. This Los Angeles squad who just played this Los Angeles squad who just beat an undefeated Atlanta team 170 to 21. So I hope that they didn't come into the nice ball game kind of feeling themselves a little bit too much. This Chicago team came to play. Travis Ingram pulls up to beat the buzzer off the front of the rim. Folks, that is the end of the first quarter of play. And we have a ball game on our hands.
Absolutely.
Chicago leading 23 over Los Angeles 21. Coming to you live today from Chicago, Illinois. Wintrust Arena. Chicago Ballers taking on the Los Angeles Ballers. Let's look at tonight's leading players for each team. LaMelo Ball, 9 points, 4 boards, 1 assist. Montrell Dixon, 7 points, 6 boards of his own, and 1 steal. Melo here with 1 steal and 1 block. Getting it done in all the statistical categories as we watch Josiah Pope, Washington, D.C. native, having a good time sitting on the bench. All right, so through that first quarter, LaMelo Ball with 7 points of his own, 5 total rebounds, 1 assist. Travis Ingram, 6 buckets, 4 boards, 0 assists. That's something that they want to see from him. He's in this game to help facilitate that offense. He's going to have to get that assist total up if this Chicago team wants to hang on to this lead throughout the duration of tonight's ball game.
Well, not only that, look at the body language of the Chicago team. Look at the energy and the communication that they're playing with, the identity that we talked about that they were missing in the last game. You're starting to see it play out right now early in this first half.
That was a 170 to 121.
Nice two-man game there by LaMelo Ball and Melvin Davis.
Harrison Rieger steps out of bounds as Los Angeles starts to apply the clamps on the defensive
Got
end.
to get it away from the sideline. That's exactly where they want the ball.
LaMelo Ball driving, kicks it to Melvin Davis. Chicago, quick hands, knocks it out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Does anyone have the sauce count is what we're asking. Where's our guy Maples at?
All right, Travis Ingram kicks it to LaMelo Watson. Gets his own board. That's 2 Los Angeles Ballers in the air, unable to finish. Greg Floyd with a nice handle there. All right, folks, coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois. Have a tie ball game on our hands, 23-23. 24-23, Los Angeles Ballers lead. One of the big keys to this Los Angeles team is rebounding. Right now, 25 boards to 26 boards. It's the tail of the tape. Let you know why the score is so close for this game. Sean Mack with a beautiful no-look pass. Greg Floyd unable to finish. Montrell Dixon behind the back. LaMelo Watson, tough layup. Jello Ball guarding. Greg Floyd.
Called the goaltend there.
Bucket is coming back. Goaltending on the Los Angeles Ballers.
Again, if y'all are just now tuning in, we always love to make sure we invite everyone to the party. Let us know where you're tuning in from.
It's a party. It's a party.
Shout out your city. Rep your city.
Rep your city. Rep your city. Montrell Dixon. Solid pump fake, kicking it around to Travis Ingram. LaMelo Ball out in transition, threads the needle to Jello.
Good ball movement on the offensive end for Chicago. Just couldn't hit it. Nice rebound by LaMelo Ball to hit Jello in transition.
Travis Ingram driving into Melvin Davis, who says there's no easy buckets in the JBA. Sean Mack, LBC native. He's a guy who's got some pretty good court vision. Expect to see some saucy passes from him. Compton in the building. Los Angeles, let's go.
Got Deion Lyle and LaMelo Ball getting tangled up down there.
So icy. He used to be on the Chicago team, he says. Put a word in for him, all four of them.
Charleston, Illinois, and Springfield, Illinois in the building.
All right, Montrell Dixon pulling up from the outside. Harrison Rieger. Foul.
Sean Miller foul. Says he's repping the boot heel. You know where the boot heel is, AB?
Is that Louisiana?
That is Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana. Head honcho says NCV live, baby. Shout out to the North Cat.
All right, folks, we're coming to you live today from Chicago, Illinois. Los Angeles Ballers taking on the Chicago Ballers as Harrison Rieger gets a bucket.
Steven Sharman says, Pasadena, we out here.
Chicago 27, Los Angeles 29. Yellow ball.
Montrell Dixon says, get that out of here. Harrison Rieger.
Throw it down, young man. Harrison Rieger with the rim grazing package. I seen it. Hey, man, Harrison Rieger can fly now.
He can absolutely flush it.
Caught that one off the wrong foot. I'm going to call that a dunk, though. Do your thing, Harrison. One of the leading scorers for the Chicago team, 17 points a game. Travis Ingram picking up his dribble there. Deion Lyle going to work with Jello Ball in his face. Cash money.
Says you better put a hand up, Mr. Jello Ball.
Deion Lyle, Conference USA Sixth Man of the Year at the University of Texas, San Antonio. Harrison Rieger drawing contact from Greg Floyd.
Probably should have just went up for the layup there. I think he may have been trying to dunk that as well. This is a really good ball game, maybe.
Oh, definitely. It's a game, both of these teams came out here tonight ready to show some toughness and some heart. Jello Ball throwing the oop to Melo. Travis Ingram able to get a hand in there the last minute.
Got a timeout by Chicago.
Los Angeles leading 33, Chicago 31. Leading scorer so far, Melo with 13, Angelo with 11.
full timeout by Chicago. Let's see what Nick Cologne is going to say. Wealth of experience here, Chicago Ballers head coach.
All right. Manel Watson with 8 points. Montrell Dixon with 7 points, leading the Chicago Ballers. All right. Folks, we got a ball game on our hands. This game could have went many of...
They only got 33 points. Okay? Understand what I'm saying? Relax. Take over, run something. Everybody remembers the offense, right? They don't want to... They want to get out on a fast break and cheat. Okay? All right? The little one, he didn't even go down. He's cherry picking. Okay? That's what they do. Okay? All right, but if someone gets back, but if we go down and run our offense, then he has to come down there. They're going to jump. They've jumped on like 6 pump fakes and go. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Coach Cologne keeping it simple right there.
You can tell he's been around at every level. He's not rattled about this. He's been in way bigger games than this, way bigger situations. He knows how to handle himself no matter what. He's just telling him, hey, look, this is what we need to do. This is how we need to do it. Let's go out there and execute.
I like that break. Team on 3.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Travis Ingram, maybe. Very poised out there as a Chicago point guard.
Harrison Rieger, double teamed by Greg Floyd, and Niles Malone tipped the ball out of bounds. Chicago ball. Harrison Rieger with the boy kick. Harrison Rieger in the corner with it. LaMelo guarding Deion Lau wide open. Rims one in and out.
And that's what he was known for at UTSA, you know, nice catch and shoot shooter.
All right. So right now, interesting fact for you all, only 3 players have scored for this Los Angeles team. Jello, Melo, and Greg Floyd, all 33 points coming from 3 players as they lead 33-31.
And that's really not something we're used to, AB.
Speaking of, as Niles Malone. All right, Chicago. Deion Lau lost that one as he was dribbling up the court. Niles Malone in the corner, steps out of bounds.
I think he might have traveled. Oh, they called out of bounds.
Steps out of bounds.
Shout out to Newport News in the building. You got Kendall Washington says he's watching from Half Moon, Jamaica.
Half Moon, Jamaica. Hold up, man. That sounds like a spot that I might need to check out after tonight, after I hit this Harold's and get this mild sauce. Had some food earlier from Jerk Villa, too. Y'all know I like to eat. Chicago has got the food. Y'all in town, man, go stop by Jerk Villa. They show a ton of love.
Bernardo O'Neal from the 910. What city are you from? Wilmington.
Melo being guarded by LaMelo Watson.
Let me know.
Spin move. Unable to finish with the left hand, gets his own board. Holds on to the net there, tries to pull himself up to put that back.
But that was a nice left hand. He just couldn't get it to go down.
Best food spot in Chicago. Let us know where. You're from the city.
Chicago players, AB, are talking a little trash to young Melo. That's Harrison Rieger from the corner.
Deion Lau with the board. Ties up the ball game. 33-33, coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois.
Nice putback there by Big Melvin Davis.
Montrell Dixon. That's what you were talking about earlier, watching this Chicago team not dribble through Los Angeles defense, but pass the ball through.
Well, that's how you beat any type of full court trap press. You know, it sounds simple to say it, but it's when you get to the actual game, can you execute it? You cannot ever never, ever, ever dribble through a zone. You pass it, it beats the zone every time. The ball moves faster than the dribble 1,000 out of 1,000 times. If you can get that, good coaches are able to get that through their players, and good players are able to execute that.
All right, Travis Ingram going to set up the offense for the Chicago Ballers. Sean Lee, one-on-one right now. Marquise Reed throws it off the hands of LaMelo Watson. Los Angeles ball.
Someone says, so we got best food spot in Chicago. Where's a good spot for some vegetarian food? You know, AB, y'all know I don't eat meat, so I got to help me out with that.
You don't eat meat? What?
Come on now. Uh-oh.
LaMelo Watson.
Bam, bam.
Bam, bam. Bigelow. Inglewood's finest. Slow it down, young man.
Chicago.
Cock that hammer back. Put the nail down. Sean Lee with the big board.
Get that shot out of here.
Dion Lau decides I'm pulling that thing up. Unable to hit.
The LaMelo Watson session is, as you say, AB, lit right now.
It's Liddy again. It's Liddy again. Chicago team doing it by committee right now. Tone Singleton, the only player for the Chicago team. Tone Singleton and Josiah Pope, the only two Chicago Ballers who haven't scored yet. LaMelo Watson, 8 points, leading the Chicago team.
LaMelo Watson is playing exceptionally well right now, and that's what he's always done. He brings a ton of energy off the bench.
All right, folks, coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois, Wintrust Arena, downtown Chicago, the Windy City. We've got a ball game on our hands. Los Angeles Ballers taking on the Chicago Ballers. Coach Eddie Denard, Coach Kieran Woods in the building, repping for the Chicago team.
If you missed the first game, after the game, Coach LeVar Ball made sure that he addressed the crowd to let them know the kind of man that Eddie Denard is. High character. I'm a huge fan of him. He acknowledged the mistake that he made, but that is definitely not something that's going to be a part of his character, and I can attest to that. Wonderful young man.
Definitely, and like you mentioned earlier, Montrell Dixon came out, had a big embrace, man. It's a lot of love for the Chicago team. It's a lot of love for the city, and a lot of love for these ballers in the JBA.
Absolutely.
Los Angeles Ballers with the ball. Melo 13 points, Jello 13 points, Greg Floyd with 7.
You know, that's really not Linnell's game. I don't really like to see him taking a lot of threes. He's more of a slasher type.
Miles Malone getting in the box score.
I'd like to see him take that and attack.
All right, folks, 3 minutes, 37 seconds left in this first half of ball. Los Angeles Ballers lead 43, Chicago Ballers 37. This is a big game for the Chicago team, who's trying to find their identity right now within the JBA, on a bit of a losing streak. Los Angeles, a team who's looked amazing in their last 2 games, dropping 171 points apiece. 170 points, 171 and 1, most points ever scored in a JBA game. So they want to continue that trend tonight. But the Chicago team is coming out with a lot of heart, a lot of toughness, and this doesn't look like this LA team is on pace for 170 tonight. Nick Eiffel says, Chicago, keep fighting. Watson unable to climb that ladder. Gets the board, kicks it back to Sean Lee, kicks it to Harrison Rieger. Hesitated on it.
Good ball movement here. Yep. No need to rush.
Finds Travis Ingram, looking to get the offense started. For Montrell Dixon, who will pull it up from there. Oh, almost a travel there. Folks asking the question, how do you get into the JBA? I tell you, man, the best thing to do is just be a baller.
That's right. Stevie Wayne Walker says, I'm back again like bad acne.
Bad acne.
Appreciate you for coming back.
Sheila Brown Bevel. Checking in from Riverside, California.
Adrian Dean Westland, yeah, we try to read as many as we can, but as you can see, we got a lot going on here. But
and
we'll definitely try to shout you out when we get a chance.
It's easier to see your comment when you have that top fan badge.
Absolutely.
That you get from continued support, joining in the conversation over and over again. Chicago Ballers kick it back up to Travis Ingram, who drives, finds LaMelo Watson in the lane, unable to finish. To Greg Floyd with a hand in his face. LaMelo Ball playing quarterback to his #1 wide receiver, Jello Ball.
It's like these referees are really letting a lot of foul, just kind of letting these kids play. These players play, rather.
The oldest you can be to play in the JBA is around 21 years of age. And folks, if you're a baller, you're a baller. You know what I'm saying? We can figure things out.
Once you're 21, it's time for you to go find something else to do. Shout out to Naptown, Indiana, your place of residence, AB.
Circle City. Harrison Rieger. LaMelo Watson, great vision, finding Harrison Rieger underneath the basket.
Nice drive there by LaMelo Ball.
Travis Ingram driving to the basket.
Oh.
Hold on, young man. Did you try to take off right there?
I think he tried to catch a body there, AB.
Travis Ingram tried to catch a whole body. He would have definitely had to go grab some body bags for that one. All right, folks. Travis Ingram from Suffolk, Virginia.
Better pronunciation, finally.
At the free throw line. Looking to cut into this Los Angeles Ballers lead off the front of the rim. LA with the rebound, Greg Floyd. Kicks it to LaMelo. Guarded by Montrell Dixon. LaMelo unable to finish. Jello with the board. Muscles his way in the lane for a bucket.
I hate to get in the way of LaMelo Ball.
All right, folks, stick around with us. We've got that man right there, LaMelo Watson.
Bam, bam.
At halftime for an interview. Chicago native fan favorite. And we got Jello Ball. Stick around as we talk to those two players. Let us know. What questions do you have for those players?
Eric Lee, what city are you from? Make sure we get the correct pronunciation. If it's from Suffolk, you have to excuse my main man, AB the
Suffolk.
hero.
Am I not saying it right?
No,
Suffolk?
I told you it's not folk, it's Suffolk.
That's what I said, Suffolk.
No. Well, you did the last time. You said it a little bit better, but
Suffolk.
I'm just trying to make sure.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to spell your city name right. you want to pronounce a certain way, spell it that way, folks. It ain't that hard. Chicago. Yeah, it's easy.
You gotta take that up with the people who actually come up with the city name.
Exactly. If you live there, you should take it up. Montrell Dixon and LaMelo Watson both tried to tag team that putback. Suffolk.
That's right. You know, it seems like every broadcast
Marcus Towers said, I just need y'all to rep my city. What's your city, Marcus Towers?
It seems like every broadcast we get, someone from Indiana says, we need an Indiana JBA League team.
I like it, man. Or y'all, I feel like Chicago is close. Montrell Dixon pulling up, 40 seconds left in this ball game. Chicago Ballers taking on Los Angeles Ballers. Los Angeles on a hot streak, last couple of games, dropping 170 points. Chicago team playing here in front of their hometown crowd. A very energized crowd that is. Team looking to get out of the L column.
The Chicago team, AB, if they could just make some shots, they would actually be up in this game. You know, they're not making their free throws. They've gotten a ton of open looks from the three-point line. Just can't seem to capitalize. As we see again, another missed free throw. You're not going to beat this team just on layups and dunks. You're going to have to make some outside shots. And you get free opportunities at the line, as we just see right here. You got to make them. Got lucky here with the offensive rebound.
Yellow Ball with the reverse layup. In transition here, Montrell Dixon trying to go get a bucket. Ooh, saucy move, fake behind the back pass. Harrison Rieger putting it back. Mellow Ball tries a spin move. Harrison Rieger up to Sean Lee. Sees Linnell Watson. Puts it in with 1 second to go in this first half. Score. Folks, that is the first half of basketball. Los Angeles leads 51, Chicago 47.
Do not go anywhere. We will have LaMelo Ball and Linnell Bam Bam Watson as our halftime interviews. Chicago trailing Los Angeles 51-47. It's a great ball game. Two leading scorers here. LaMelo Ball and Linnell Watson. We will both be speaking with them. AB the hero. 26 points for Jello, 16 points for Linnell Watson. Jello with a double-double already with 10 boards. However, 5 turnovers. Linnell Watson, 8 rebounds. LaMelo Ball is standing by with AB the hero. Let's go to him right now.
All right, folks, I'm here with Jello Ball. Jello, you guys are leading right now in this first half, but how do you extend that lead like we've seen you do in other ball games?
We're going to keep the energy up. This is usually where team fall off or slack up a little bit because the second half, it's a long game, so we're going to come out and play all hard.
All right, this Chicago arena is in the building right now. Can you feel the intensity from this crowd?
Yeah, I love the crowd. I mean, they all showed up, came up here to support us, so that's always a great thing to play for.
All right, have a great second half, man. All right, folks, let's check out some highlights from Jello and stay tuned because we got Linnell Watson coming up next. All right, I'm here with Linnell Watson, Chicago native. Linnell, you guys are down right now. What do you do to get back in this second half and get this W?
We just got to play hard, come out intense with intensity, and just get this W.
All right, Linnell, your section is behind you right now. Every time you touch the ball, all those big dunks that you have, they've been going crazy. What does that do for your game?
They give me motivation. This is my family. This blood on phone now.
Phone them, folks. Thank you, Linnell. Continue to ball out that second half. Let's check out some highlights from Linnell Watson from the first half and stick around for the halftime show. All right, folks, that's the first half of basketball coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois. Los Angeles Ballers leading 51, Chicago Ballers 47. We got a good ball game on our hands. This is a game that could have went any way. The way we've seen this Los Angeles team playing and the way that this Chicago team has been struggling trying to find themselves, this could have been an ugly game. This is a tough, gritty ball game, really exuberating the essence of Chicago.
Absolutely, and if I'm the Chicago coach, I count this as a win. If you watch the Atlanta game, last game, they got trounced, trampled, whatever you want to call it, whatever adjective you want to use. But right now, the Chicago team, the only thing they're not doing is making outside shots. If they can just get a few more outside shots to fall, they have every opportunity to knock this LA team down.
Definitely. This Chicago team is definitely feeding off of the crowd here today. We got Linnell Watson. I spoke with him just a few seconds ago. His family is sitting right behind us, and every time he touches that ball, they go crazy. Anytime somebody from Chicago scores, this arena goes crazy. So they've got to feed off that energy if they want to come out of here with a W today. I think that they have a good shot at it, but this Los Angeles team, very dangerous ball club.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. Let's check out the highlights from this first half as we have a very tight ball game. And I expect it to continue in the second half. We'll be back. All right, folks. Here, Chicago, Illinois, Wintrust Arena. LaMelo Ball starting it early from the outside. 3-ball. Los Angeles Ballers taking on the Chicago Ballers.
Maybe I said it last game.
Montreal Dixon with a 3 of his own.
If LaMelo starts shooting from outside, it's going to be trouble for the entire league.
All right, Niles Malone kicking it around to LaMelo. Had Jello in the post. Travis Ingram.
That's too easy.
Too easy. Travis Ingram definitely undersized compared to Jello. All right, Travis Ingram, new addition for the Chicago squad.
Nice shot there by Harrison Rieger. Dion Lau stroking it from deep.
Dion Lau from the outside. The Kool-Aid man from Hastings, Nebraska.
Shout out to Hastings, Nebraska.
Hastings, Nebraska, the birthplace of Kool-Aid. Dion Lau has a Kool-Aid tattoo on his arm, the big red Kool-Aid man. Harrison Rieger.
Chicago team's not going to go away.
Antoine Deshaun Smith checking in.
Harrison Rieger, I call him Rigor Mortis. It's a travel there. Oh, no.
Oh, contact there.
I think the contact came before the travel. Let's check that out again. Yep. Just picked that foot up before he put it down. And one for young LaMelo Ball.
All right, folks. Coming to you today live from Chicago, Illinois. Wintrust Arena. Birth.
Rambo Rogers says Travis with the facilitation, AB.
Hey, facilitator. Boy, Harrison Rieger tried to throw a two-hander down, and Melvin Davis says, this grown man business. No easy buckets in the JBA. Melvin Davis, the enforcer.
Montreal
Dixon said, I got it on my own.
I just want to know what it feels like just to do that one time, maybe.
Hey, I could tell you, man, it's exhilarating.
Well, I know you can get up there, but you don't get up there like that.
Hey, hold up, man. hold up.
You don't get up there like that, AB.
Hey, man, I get up there like that. All right.
Justin Staropoli says, give Atlantic City, New Jersey a shout out.
Hey, Atlantic City. It's one of the places I haven't been. I definitely want to touch down. We're here in Chicago, Los Angeles Ballers leading 63, Chicago Ballers 56. There are two teams on their own journeys right now, as this Los Angeles team recently undertook a facelift, came out of it hot, scoring 170 points in their last 2 games. The Chicago team undergoing a facelift of their own, coming out of it, struggling a bit in their last game. But tonight, ready to show that they still have the toughness of the city of Chicago. A team representing not only the name on the front of their jersey, but the back as well.
Looks like Coach Nick Colon has seen enough. He's calling a 30-second timeout right now. This LA team is starting to pick the pace up even more.
All right, folks.
Get the defensive stop, get the rebound,
folks. That's that clip from Coach Eddie Denard, who's in the building right now. He's a guy who addressed the crowd at the end of the last game, apologized for that situation. LeVar spoke on his behalf, Allen, and everybody who knows him knows that that is a high character young man.
Absolutely.
And that was probably not one of his high moments, but trust me, he's got many more bright moments in his future, and he's a guy who you can expect to do big things in the basketball world as he continues his career.
Well, I told you, AB, and I spoke about it in Chicago's first games. He was the first coach that really caught my eye in training camp. And I couldn't say enough about him in terms of how he had his team play with the same mindset that he wanted them to play with. He had his team playing together. Those are things that I appreciated watching and observing. And his team, his players loved him. And that one situation is not going to define him. It doesn't define him. Wonderful young coach.
Definitely.
Excellent character.
Definitely. It's a guy who going to do big things.
Absolutely.
For sure.
We love you, Eddie.
All right, we got Travis Ingram getting the Chicago offense started, kicking it around to Sean Lee. He's being guarded by LaMelo Ball. Travis Ingram finds Dion Lau off his hands. Like a foul called on Los Angeles there.
Greg
Chicago
Floyd got him on the
retains
arm
possession. All right, folks, we're here. The second half of basketball. Let us know where you're tuning in from. You know that we're in Chicago, Illinois, Wintrust Arena, but where are you at? We like to shout you out.
Absolutely.
Put on for your city. I put on for my city. I put on for my city. This is your opportunity to be like Jeezy and Kanye and put on for your city. Harrison Rieger, he wants his revenge. Melvin Davis says, again, not again, brother.
Dion Lau says, I got you, as he gets the and one.
Melvin Davis is the enforcer for this team.
And he embraces that role as well.
Definitely.
Let's get some shout
Baton
outs
Rouge,
here.
Louisiana.
AB. Encino, California. Willie Figueroa from Tampa, Florida. Shout out. Seth Walters tuning in from Perth, Australia. Tony Mann from Chicago with a 100.
Dion Lau from Hastings, Nebraska.
Gets the three-point play there. Trent Reddick's from Washington, D.C.
All right, Chicago team to close this gap. Slowing down this LA team. They force Melo to pick up his dribble. Greg Floyd in the paint.
Using that length.
Nice 6'10".
Shot right there.
Four-star athlete from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Davenport, Iowa in the building.
Los Angeles Ballers. Melo throwing it down to Jello, who's playing Randy Moss. Melo drops it off to Melvin Davis, unable to get it. Harrison Rieger is out in transition. Harrison Rieger is running the floor right now for the Chicago team very well. Montrell Dixon bringing it up. Dribbling through this Los Angeles team. Dion Lau with the bucket as Los Angeles coach Doyle Balthazar calls a timeout. Sees this momentum shifting to the Chicago team here in Chicago, Illinois, Wintrust Arena. Los Angeles Ballers lead 69-65. All right, game leaders, LaMelo Ball, 32 points. LaMelo Ball, 22 points. Greg Floyd, 9 points, 15 boards. Lionel Watson leading the Chicago team here in this home city, 16 points, 8 rebounds. Harrison Rieger being that stepping up for this team, 16 points, 10 boards of his own. Guy we've seen running tonight for the Chicago team.
He does so many things for the Chicago team. Hustles, plays defense. Definitely does all the dirty work.
All the dirty work. He's not from Chicago, folks, but he has definitely embodied the toughness.
New Jersey, stand up.
Embodied the toughness of the Chicago city and this team. Sean Lee, Kansas City, Missouri. Oh, off the front of the rim there. That was a spine tingler. He makes up for it with a tip up in. All right, that's how you do, folks. You don't give up on the play. Get back in it. LaMelo Ball driving. Pass Lionel Watson. Lionel Watson called for the foul.
Got Kevin Green from Lake Wales, Florida. Throwing up the fist. Shout out to your brother.
All right.
Devontae Chisholm from Dallas, Texas. We were just in D-Town. Where were you? Hopefully you were at the game.
All right, so we see some adjustments from this Los Angeles team. Kashawn Mack checking in. Marquise Reed checking in. K-Mac from LBC, Long Beach, California. Marquise Rancho Cucamonga by the way of Pasadena.
Nice ball movement there by that Chicago Ballers team.
Lionel Watson still got it going right now for the Chicago team as Melo pulls up from 3, unable to hit. Gets it back. Beautiful pass to Marquise Reed. Montrell Dixon says no easy buckets, but is called for the foul.
But Sean Lee talking to LaMelo Ball right now.
All right. A tight ball game, folks. Coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois, Wintrust Arena. Los Angeles Ballers lead 72. Chicago Ballers 69. LaMelo Ball driving to the basket, throws it up for Marquise Reed, unable to finish. LaMelo with the tip in. Lionel Watson out in the break. He will dunk. Oh, cocked it back to Hammer for the jam and switched it up for some jelly, folks. In the Lionel Watson section goes wild. I like that right there. Adjustments in the air. I seen a Chicago baller do that before, but his name was Michael Jordan. Go look it up on YouTube for you young folks. I'm sure he got that from young MJ from way back in the day. Folks, I might be a poet and I didn't even know it.
Shout out to Dan. If you're ready, you're watching from Canada. Lionel Watson completes the three-point play.
Lionel Watson with 20 points on the night. Bam, bam. In the building.
So someone says, finish this line. There are no easy buckets in the
Junior Basketball Association.
And we know this. Now, I think I saw somebody with the drinking game that says every time that you say that,
Hey,
take a drink.
Hello, now. I hope you of age.
Absolutely, of course.
You know, we don't support that here.
21 and up.
Definitely. Montrell Dixon inbounding, throwing up to Dion Lau. Beautiful ball movement. Big Melvin Davis there, enforcer for this team. LaMelo Ball still active right now for these Los Angeles Ballers.
He is so strong. It is ridiculous.
32 points on the night, averaging 50 on the season. After 2 games from LaMelo Ball, averaging 50 points. I don't care if you do that in YMCA, bro. You're a hooper. As we see, Big Melvin Davis still being the enforcer.
He's definitely making these Chicago Ballers think twice, as you saw Montrell Dixon. Oh, Deion Loud.
Deion Loud drawing
I don't
contact.
care about your enforcer status, Big Melvin Davis. I'm coming straight at you from Hastings, Nebraska. Shout out to Josh Justice, says he's watching from Syria. Shout out to Syria.
Big Melvin Davis reminds me of, you ever watch the movie Godfather? They got an enforcer there named Luca Brasi. He's a guy you don't want to mess with, Luca Brasi. That's Big Melvin Davis.
Goodfellas is my favorite mob type movie. I'm a Goodfellas fan. The Wise Guys.
Wise guys. LaMelo Ball. A lot of dribbling. Falls out. Melo in the corner, pulls up again. Unable to hit. Niles Malone, 2 big rebounds. Kicks it over to Marquise, to Kashawn Mack. Bucket does not count.
Kashawn Mack is on the verge of getting a technical foul if he doesn't close his mouth.
K-Mac, 2-handed slam, but held on to the rim just a little too long. Pulled it down, assisted the ball going through. Bucket doesn't count. Los Angeles leading 78-75 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter.
I just told you, AB.
And K-Mac is teed up.
He wouldn't stop talking.
As we see, Chicago fans are in the building, repping their city. They got a ton of players, a ton of great basketball history with the Chicago Bulls, with Michael Jordan, who I was joking about earlier, being the 2nd best player ever. He's probably not the 2nd best player ever. He might be number 3, because you got LeVar, and then LeBron.
So 2 LeVar.
2 LeVar. No, I'm kidding. But you still got the Derrick Roses. A lot of Chicago legends came through here. Jabari Parker. Dwayne Wade, a guy who grew up from here. Anthony Davis. So it's a lot of hoopers from the city of Chicago. Linnell Watson, a guy looking to hopefully get his name into those that rafters.
I have a question, or let me pose this to the comment section. Why don't you tell us, who is your favorite Chicago area hooper? It may be somebody that could be a local legend, but if you're from Chicago, let us know.
Keezo Brown, local legend. We got to give him a shout out as well.
Shout out to Keezo.
Dropped 40-something last time we were here in Chicago. 47. Throwing it down to Big Jello, who could play some football for sure. Look how he go up and get those half-court passes.
I don't think I've seen him miss one of those. Seems to always catch it.
Travis Ingram put on a dribbling clinic, dribbling a little bit too much, able to find Sean Lee though. Big Melvin Davis. The big block also called for a...
Let's see, did he get it with the body at all? I think they got him on a follow-through.
Yeah.
Was what they called. I thought he got the ball, but the follow-through.
Got called for a technical as well.
Absolutely.
After
LA
not being
Ballers,
happy with that call.
LA Ballers need to keep their head, you know, they're up in the game. There's no need for them to start crying about or complaining about calls that they're not getting. Yes, that was a bang-bang call, but those are things to be expected when you're playing away from your home court.
All right, to your question earlier, folks are saying Derrick Rose will forever be Chicago's favorite hooper besides Jordan. Say we shouldn't even ask that question.
So it's D Rose?
D Rose is that guy. D Rose and Jabari Parker is looking like what I'm seeing. Cesar Diaz, and Nate Henry.
These Chicago Ballers aren't doing themselves any favors by missing these free throws. You're down 3. You have an opportunity to tie the ball game. You just missed 2 straight free throws.
There you go.
You got to capitalize every opportunity you get.
All right, folks, 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in this third period. Los Angeles leads 81-79. Niles Malone adding to that lead there. 84-79. Now Watson driving in the paint. Melvin Davis is there.
Oh,
now
bam,
Watson
bam.
still able to finish. Bam, bam. John Paxson, somebody says Chicago baller. Trav Ingram driving by
And
unable to
got the
finish
hand.
there in transition. Travis Ingram versus Niles Malone. Niles Malone with a good foul there.
Shout out to Benji Wilson. Says y'all don't know nothing about. I do know who Benji Wilson is. Rest in peace, Chicago legend. Oh, Tim Hardaway. Did we miss that one? You tip. Two-step.
Looked like we done started the Jordan or LeBron debate in the comment section as well.
Well, good job, baby.
Let me know who you think is the #1 player ever. LeBron or Jordan?
Oh, man,
Since y'all started it, let's finish it.
That's gonna go on for a while.
Who do you got?
Who do I got?
Yeah.
Well, I got to roll with Jordan.
All right. I got to roll with my main man, LeBron, since we grew up together.
But it's a very
The main
subjective.
streets of Cleveland, Ohio.
Y'all grew up together, gotcha.
Yeah, basically.
Well, he's not from Cleveland, so
Well, Akron, I'm sorry.
there you go.
You know how it is, Northeast Ohio. Montreal Dixon. Deion Lau.
Deion Lau says I got him.
Deion Lau pulls up mid-range jumper, rattles in and out. LaMelo Ball running the point for the Los Angeles Ballers, attacking the hoop.
That was very poor defense by the Chicago Ballers. No one stopped LaMelo as he basically just got the rebound and took it 94 feet up the floor for an easy two-point shot.
Uh-oh, I see a lot of LeBron the GOATs in the comments right now. Melo going to work again. Uh-oh, trips himself. That looked like he tripped over himself there, but Chicago Ballers call for a foul. Josiah Pope into the game right now.
Josiah Pope from Washington, D.C., a.k.a.
LaMelo
the
Ball,
Uptown
28 points,
Kid.
11 boards, 5 assists. LeBron's the best duo in the NBA, Eric White says. Kevin Poe says Jordan ain't even in the discussion.
No, Jordan, and it's not even.
I know.
Stop trying to start stuff, AB.
Linnell Watson is feeling it. Beautiful pass. I'm going to call it a pass to Sean Lee.
We'll call it a pass. It's fine.
I don't know if the stat keeper will, but I will.
Probably not.
Beautiful pass, young man. LaMelo Ball loses that one. Greg Floyd saves it, though. Kicks it back to LaMelo, who's in attack mode. It's a little swipe there as LaMelo driving by the defender. I don't know if you've seen that. Oh, so now LeBron ain't even in the discussion. Or was that a mistake as well?
We got some Kobe's, some LeBron, some Jordans.
If you say Kobe, then I don't want to hear it.
Well, I didn't say it.
I'm talking about in the comment section. Kobe dope now, but he's not in the top 2. That's Greg Floyd. Misses the rim. Sean Lee with the board. In transition, finds Harrison Rieger. One of the things that we seen Harrison Rieger in that last game. Oh, Linnell Watson put some English on that ball. You got a steal here, and they're going to take off. Attacking the basket, drawing contact from Melo, and foul called on Melvin Davis. Luca Brasi for this Los Angeles squad. Now Watson shooting free throws here, looking to cut into this Los Angeles lead.
This is going to be the tail of the tape for the Chicago team. If they can't hit free throws, and I said it in the first half, free throws, outside shots, it's going to be very hard for them to close this game out with a W. These are points that they cannot leave on the board.
Bam Bam for MVP.
He's having a great game.
He definitely showed up for the city right now. Melo loses the dribble, gets it back from Niles Malone. Ball down to Jello. Goes to work in the post.
Nice post move, spin off the glass for LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball. Montrell Dixon. Oh, Montrell Dixon with a saucy dribble. It's knocked off the foot of Greg Floyd. Chicago ball. Kobe didn't need a super team to win championships. Let's see, Shaq. Who else was on there in that team with him? Meta World Peace was out here.
Montrell Dixon.
Montrell Dixon.
Cash.
All right, that's Coach Eddie Denard there, all icy, like always.
West Side.
One of the best dressed guys in the gym. Jello pulling up. Linnell Watson with the board, ripped by Niles Malone, Oakland's finest. Harrison Rieger, make up for that dunk earlier. There it is, Harrison Rieger.
Harrison.
2 hands, 10 fingers wrapped around the rim with that big slammer, jammer, whammer.
Rieger Mortis.
LaMelo says, anything you can do, I can do better. Coming the other way with 2 hands and 10 fingers, 2-handed slam. Linnell Watson getting saucy out here now. Folks, the chicken is coming out of the oven in tonight's ball game. This Chicago team is crunk. Chicago team is amped right now. They feeling it. Chicago team contesting the score. Folks, right now, 92-92 is the ball game. We got a ball game, folks, going into the 4th quarter. Tie ball game. Chicago Ballers taking on Los Angeles Ballers. Jello Ball, 38 points. Linnell Watson, 26 points. Chicago native from Inglewood. It's crunk in here, folks. Hey, the Linnell Watson section back here is shooting. Shoot. Shout out to Block Boy JB and everybody else.
Sir.
If you haven't been to a JBA game, folks, and you're not here tonight,
What is you doing?
you took an L, folks.
Yes, sir.
It's Liddy in here. I can merch that.
On phone them.
Phone them. And them and them.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's turned up in here, folks. I'm finna start Millie Rock in here in a second.
Hey, I'll be honest. Let us know, did you expect this game to be tied up 92-92 to start the 4th quarter?
Chicago team showing that they got that grit and that toughness, putting on for the city right now.
Not just for
Windy
the city, but also we mentioned Coach Eddie Denard, Kieran Woods in the building, front row. Definitely playing with some emotion right now. As Dion Lau hitting the folks on him on the court. I hear you, young man.
All right now. Don't turn up too much. Flames in here, it's fire. It's Sublime in the building right now. Chicago teeing up the JBA. No cap. All right, let's check out the score by quarters here, folks. You see, it's been bouncing back and forth. Chicago hoping that it swings their way going into this 4th quarter. Los Angeles says, nah, we got it. Linnell Watson is going to work. Bam, bam.
Represent Inglewood, South Side, Chicago's
He's
finest.
feeling it right now. Jello Ball drawing contact.
He is a very
Harrison
tough
Rieger.
individual to guard, AB.
Definitely. Just got size. One of the things that you've heard LeVar Ball say about Jello is he's got his ball body. He
Absolutely.
definitely looks like he's solid. When you look at him in comparison to some of these other players, he looks like he just walked in from the NBA. Or playing 15 years of pro somewhere. He's got that kind of body.
Well, you saw Linnell Watson trying to guard him one-on-one there, and I can't give him all the blame on that because that was very poor help defense there by Chicago. Someone's got to step up there on that drive to make Jello kick it out to someone on this LA team.
This LeBron Jordan discussion is still going in the comments.
Well, you started, AB.
I did start, and I apologize, but I want to end it for y'all. LeBron is the GOAT.
All right,
Bang,
no
bang.
more, apparently. We're just going to stop right there.
No, y'all can keep going. I just want to let y'all know what I think. And you know, what I think counts just as much as nobody's.
Well, Jesus Marquez says, it's the Windy City. We came to play.
They definitely have. It's a good ball game going here tonight. Got Sean Lee behind us, stretching out his calves. Look like he may be dealing with some cramps. High flyer for the Chicago team. Guy who they did not want to lose right now at this point in the ball game.
Deja Monet says, oh, Washington's family is so cute. They are definitely in support for sure. They always come in the comment section if it's an away game, but they show up and show out when we're in Chi-Town.
Definitely. Harrison Rieger being guarded by LaMelo Ball. Kicks it to Travis Ingram from Suffolk.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Travis Ingram out here looking like a master chef with that sauce he put on that ball. Greg Floyd with the putback off the Jello miss.
And I'm very impressed with how the Chicago team is attacking LA's full court.
Lau.
So impressive.
At the bucket there, Hastings, Nebraska's finest. He's definitely, Deion Lau is one of these players in the JBA who has a very interesting story. Faced a lot of adversity through life, but has overcome a lot of different situations to be here today. And is a guy whose ceiling is astronomical.
LaMelo Ball with a nice tip in there.
Harrison Rieger through contact. Harrison Rieger, he's got them wild guns.
Absolutely, Harrison Rieger. Rieger Mortis from Morristown, New Jersey. Stand up.
All right, folks, Chicago Ballers have just taken the lead. 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in this ball game. Chicago leads 100, Los Angeles 99. Harrison Rieger, 20 points, 10 boards, 1 assist. Very clutch minutes tonight for the Chicago team. Big Montrell Dixon with the put back off the Harrison Rieger free throw miss. Montrell Dixon from Freeport, Illinois.
Anybody have any guesses on what Montrell Dixon's vertical might be?
Let's say it's over 9,000. All right, Deion Lau fired up over there, talking to the Chicago team and his LA team, letting them know they've grown man business in here tonight.
Let's see if they're going to be a lob right here. It's going to be a cross screen out of this baseline, out of bounds. Let's see how Chicago defends it.
All right, we got Portsmouth back in the building.
Good job, baby.
Not spelled right, but you know, it's whatever. I'm not judging. Niles Malone driving through the lane, unable to finish. Tight defense from the Chicago Ballers. Chicago had some ballers out front, unable to find them. The bench is going crazy. Travis Ingram finds Harrison Rieger from the corner. Missed it.
Gonna get an offensive foul there on
Deion Lau.
Deion Lau.
All right, Los Angeles ball. 9 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in this ball game. Chicago Ballers leading 102. Los Angeles Ballers 99. Deion Lau checking out.
Huge, huge for the Chicago Ballers. Deion Lau has just fouled out of this ball game. Picked up his 6th foul.
Melvin Davis. All right, Travis Ingram slowing it down. Oh, tight defense here from Los Angeles. Uh-oh.
Got a little bit of a
Getting
dust up
chippy
there.
here. Getting chippy over here.
Travis
In the
Ingram.
city of Chicago.
LaMelo Ball.
Travis Ingram letting them know, hold up now. Hey, folks, we got a ball game here. It's a tight game. 102 to 101 in the city of Chicago. Windy City. Oh, there it is right there. We see some hands to the face. Some chippy players there. Little finger waving. Travis Ingram saying, I'm from Virginia.
Suffolk to be exact.
Well, ain't, hey, no.
It's going down,
Hey,
ladies
hold up,
and gentlemen.
folks, we got a ball game.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that these players don't play hard in this Junior Basketball Association.
Facts.
I don't want to
I
hear.
hope you can feel it if you're watching from home now.
If you're watching from home, you need to tell somebody to join in.
Tell them to join
out.
because they're missing out.
This is an absolutely wonderful basketball game right now.
All right, 103, 102. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Tone Singleton checks in. Try to put some jelly on that layup. He should have just jammed that thing. Tone Singleton coming in with some energy right now. All right. This Chicago Ballers team telling Tone, should have threw that down on somebody's head. Tone Singleton, one of the bounciest dudes in the JBA on the low. And but we've yet to see that from him.
LaMelo Ball hits 1 of 2.
All right. Montrell Dixon kicking it up to Nell Watson, throwing it out of bounds. Those are the type of turnovers that trap defense from this Los Angeles team can create.
I would imagine if LA scores again, you might see Coach Cologne just call a timeout right here just to see if he can get his team back.
Melo driving to the bucket, unable to finish. It's like Los Angeles will maintain possession. New shot clock. Jello unable to finish. Foul call. All right, Jello Ball at the free throw line, looking to extend the Los Angeles Ballers lead. 104, Chicago 102. Jello sinks it. Misses the second one. Montrell Dixon on the board. Travis Ingram bringing it up. Nell Watson driving. Tone Singleton with the board.
Just the and
Draws
one
contact
there.
and one, heading to the free throw line. Naptown's finest. It's a very chippy game.
Now, I've gotten really close, AB, a couple of times just going to the court myself and trying to strap up and play. I'd love to be a part of a game like this. Whether playing it or coaching it, these are the games that I love to be a part of.
All right. Tone Singleton at the free throw line. This is a big shot for the Chicago team to tie it up here. Unable to do so. Melvin Davis with the board. Mellow Ball bringing up the court, eyes up. Running point for this Los Angeles team. Jello with the step back.
Nice step back there from LaMelo Ball. I like how he caught that in the mid-post area right there. Back to the basket, faced up.
Nell Watson, well, he cocked that thing back like he about to, like he a carpenter. Melvin Davis, though, letting him know there's no easy buckets in the JBA. Miles Malone from the outside. Unable to hit Tone Singleton with the board. Pushes it out to LaMelo Watson, who's going to try to draw some contact here. Gets his own putback.
Bam, bam.
Bam Bam is in the building. Inglewood, Chicago native. Melo pushing the other way. Tone Singleton coming in right now for this Chicago team. Some clutch minutes off the bench. Let's look at this here. Some contact on that first attempt right there.
I think that was a good no call there. Based on how they've been calling this game so far, that was a good no call. Linnell kind of jumped into him a little bit. See LaMelo Ball, a little bit of blood on his lip there.
LaMelo Ball, 19 free throw attempts tonight.
He does a very good job of getting into the lane. 16 years old.
Travis Ingram, primary ball handler for this Chicago team, playing some good clutch minutes. Beautiful pass.
Johnny on the
Linnell
spot.
Watson, I'm gonna call it a pass to Harrison Rieger.
Nice putback there.
1 point ball game, 109-108. Los Angeles Ballers lead here in Chicago, Illinois, Wintrust Arena. Folks, we got a ball game on our hands. Jello Ball still in attack mode, drawing contact. Jello with 43 points on the night. Melo with 37.
You know, they set a high ball screen there with Montrell Dixon was guarding LiAngelo Ball. He cannot switch off that and allow Bam Bam to go one-on-one with him. That is too easy for Jello. As you see, he was able to draw the foul there. They're going to have to either hedge that or figure out a way for them to communicate a little bit better so they don't get their players in foul trouble like that.
Jello misses the first one. Linnell Watson, 30 points on the night. 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals.
All right, guys, it is 6 minutes and 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Los Angeles leading 110-108. Let us know, where are you tuning in from and who are you rooting for as we wind this last game of tonight down.
Tone Singleton misses at the rim. Melo Ball with the fake. Tries to throw alley to K-Mac. All right, we got Linnell Watson out in front. Oh! Lost the ball. Linnell Watson right there had the raisins. He tried to put that in the potato salad, just doing way too much. Lost it out of bounds.
You know, sometimes, AB, it's a mental thing when you're down and trying to just tie it up. And you saw with Tone Singleton, he missed that free throw a few moments ago to tie the ball game. And then Linnell Watson had another opportunity. Easy open basket.
Yeah, that right
just
there
wasn't able
was
to do it.
Linnell being home and ready to put on a show for his hometown fans. Got a little too excited. Jello with a big
Cologne's
bucket
going to need
right
a timeout here, AB. Chicago's going to need a timeout right now. They're going to let this game get away from
Turnover,
them.
Los Angeles Ball. Melo playing some stingy defense on the inbound.
Harrison Rieger.
All right. This Los Angeles team.
Nice putback there.
116-108, extending this lead with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this ball game. Folks, what does the Chicago team need to do right now to stay in this game? Let us know in the comments.
They're going to have to score. They're going to have to score in this possession.
I know we've got some coaches tuning in, some basketball enthusiasts. Let us know, what do you think needs to happen? Jello, Montrell Dixon out here. Oh! Montrell Dixon say this grown man business with a big block.
Montrell says,
Tone Singleton pulling up for three in transition. Folks, this Chicago team will not go away quietly.
I'm loving it, AB.
Folks, my hair is standing up right now. It's so intense in the building right now. Off of that block and that big three from Tone Singleton is a guy who can shoot it and also can jump out of the gym. Tone Singleton. At the turnover here, this Chicago team sitting over here on the bench is into this ball game, folks, to say the least.
I'm trying my hardest to stay in this seat right now.
Yes, I feel
really
you.
am.
Folks, can you feel the intensity?
Oh my gosh.
Could you do this from, if you tune in from your phone or if you have access to some emojis, could you let us know how you're feeling about tonight's game via emoji right now?
Yes, please let us know. They got the swag surfing coming. Let's listen to see what Coach Nick Cologne has to say in this huddle.
Water. Hurry up. We only got this. Yo, full time out. Listen, quiet down. I'm not in. All right, get my trail. Okay, look. We got to get this stopped, and we got to come down and make some play defense. We're good. Rebound. You come get it. Okay? Because they don't scared of you. If Quinn comes to come, I'm going to go 1-4 low. You just take him off the dribble, and you guys pop out. You pop out, and the other way pop out. We got rebound. Have some fucking heart right here. Rebound. Come on, let's go. Yo, win on three. 1, 2, 3, win.
1, 2, 3, win on three. Chicago team. All right, folks, our next game, July 24th, ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. Dallas Ballers taking on the Philadelphia Ballers, New York versus Atlanta. Atlanta was the only undefeated team in the JBA, took a tough loss to this Los Angeles Ballers team, 170 to 123. But they're looking to bounce back with their next game being on their home court. They're going to come out, they're going to put on the show, folks.
Absolutely.
They want to redeem themselves for sure. Especially watching this Chicago team play as tough as they are versus LA team. I know that Atlanta team feels like they missed an opportunity. All right, Harrison Rieger kick it up to Sean Lee. Kicks it around the Travis Ingram slowing it down. Chicago team does not want to rush a bucket right now. Using up all the time they can.
Nice pass there.
Tone Singleton.
Melvin Davis has been
blocked by Melvin Davis.
for this LA team.
LaMelo Ball out in transition. Running these fly routes for this Los Angeles team. Tone Singleton has to finish with authority. Harrison Rieger still going to work. Jello Ball. Call him Jello Moss down there.
This is where Deion Loud is very missed, and I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Cologne considers putting Josiah Pope in just to have someone that matches up physically with LaMelo Ball. He is making it too easy down there, catching those long passes, getting to the post. They're going to have to do something. You got 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in this ball game.
All right, LaMelo Ball, 39 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists. Kicks it down to Jello, 52 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. Ray Floyd pulls up, down to Jello again. Rebound by Travis Ingram. Harrison Rieger out front.
Oh,
there it is. That's the big two-handed
He told me before he tried out for the Junior Basketball Association, he says, white men can jump.
Uh-oh, Tone Singleton with a big block. 2-on-1 here. Donnell Watson tried to put Melvin Davis in the rim.
That is a huge play right there because that is 6 fouls on big Melvin Davis.
Melvin Davis
that
fouls
is
out.
Big
Melvin
for the
Davis.
Chicago Ballers as they...
Melvin Davis talking to the ref.
It's huge for the Chicago Ballers team.
About to get a technical here.
As they will no longer have an enforcer in the middle to have to deal with.
Watson shows I'm not afraid of none.
He's
say
from
I'm not afraid of no ghosts.
Inglewood, Chicago, stand up.
Yeah, Watson. See, that's the intensity. I like that right there. He's a guy who knows he's got bounce, And if he gets an opportunity, he's going to flush it.
Absolutely.
That's what I want to see from Tone
Gotta make
Singleton,
these free
a guy
throws
who
here.
has the bounce as well. Got to get that mentality that I'm just going to throw it down.
One thing I like what Deion Lowler's doing right now, he's on the bench, he's fouled out 6 fouls, but he stood up and has implored this home fan base to get behind this the Chicago Wilders team.
All right, Sean Lee on Jello there. In the post, Jello pulls up, rattles it in and out. Melo with the board. And one.
LaMelo Ball. The offensive rebound says slight work. Nothing to
Ball
a young
right
G.
now. 21 free throw attempts from LaMelo Ball in tonight's game. Knocked down 18 of them. Hey, that's the Linnell Watson section right there. They turned up right behind us. Hey, hey, hey.
Shout out to Bam
Chi-Town's
Bam.
finest right there. Bam Bam. Putting on for his family and his city. Tone Singleton checking back in this ball game.
Travis Ingram has just fouled out. It's maybe the
Melo
biggest.
pulling up.
That's LaMelo Ball.
Melo feeling it right there.
Reball. Now, I'm not sure if the Chicago team has any more left in them, maybe. You just lost your point guard.
Melo, Sean Lee, guarding spin cycle. Left-handed. Los Angeles team right now got the Chicago team in foul trouble as Tone Singleton step backs. Unable to hit. Ball bouncing around. Harrison Rieger and one.
Harrison Rieger is going to do whatever he can to keep this ball game going.
Short 26 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist for Harrison Rieger on tonight. 2 steals, 1 big block. Harrison Rieger is filling up the box score for the Chicago team. Mr. Do-It-All, putting on for Morristown, New Jersey.
George Curry says, does anybody know what JBA stands for? It stands for the Junior Basketball Association.
And I'm going to tell you, there's no easy buckets in the Junior Basketball Association.
Look, every possession counts. Every defensive possession counts too. Okay? Everybody's crashing the board on the defensive end.
Got to keep going. Obviously, Melo got double clutch, no touch.
Yeah, we're pushing it. Quiet down, please. We're pushing it. Okay? We're pushing it and going to the front. Make the referees have to make calls.
Let's go. Finish us. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Bam, bam. Right there, 31 points. Linnell Watson, 52 points for Jello Ball. Jello is averaging 52 points in the JBA right now. All right. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in this ball game.
Chicago needs to stop right here.
Los Angeles 127, Chicago 119. Melo pulling up from the outside, unable to hit. Jello with the board. Melo gets it back, steps in. Oh, whoa. Melo with some raisins in that potato salad right there. Montrell Dixon, big block. Linnell Watson. Whoa,
That's definitely got to be
some strong contact right there from Greg Floyd. Uh-oh. Linnell Watson section behind us is not a fan of that play from Greg Floyd.
Surprised that's not a flagrant right there, AB. Let me see if the refs going to talk about this one
a little bit. Came in with a lot of contact on that foul.
Absolutely.
Just letting Linnell Watson know, hey, no easy buckets in the Junior Basketball Association. So you can do a little bit lighter than that next time, Mr. Floyd. It's the intensity. The sticking here this afternoon. 127. Los Angeles Ballers. Chicago 119. The Bam Bam chants are still going. Linnell Watson, oh, and he gave him a little elbow right there. Linnell Watson let him know, hey, man, it's grown man business.
So this is my city.
All right, folks, let us know, who do you think is going to pull this game out? We got 1 minute and 7 seconds left in this ball game. Can these Chicago Ballers pull it out? And if they are going to do that, how do they get it done?
Looks like they're gonna give a flagrant on Greg Floyd, as well as a technical foul on Greg Floyd as well. So,
all right,
make sure I get some more information.
Definitely was a little elbow there. Chicago team turned up. Deion Lau right now on the bench, fired up. And then Watson needs all of these free throws here.
All right, so what's going to happen is Linnell's going to get 3 free throws, and Chicago's going to get the ball.
Definitely needs to hit these 2. All right, silence taking over the crowd. The shooters bounce on that second one. Got that one there. All right. This is his. All right, knocks down 3 of 4 there. And Chicago has the ball.
This is the biggest possession of the ball game right here, AB. If Chicago can get within a 1-possession game, anything can happen. As you can hear, the Chicago fans right now are on their feet.
Folks, let me know right now, can you hear it? Can you hear it on the live stream? Can you hear how intense it is in tonight's arena, Wintrust Arena, Chicago, Illinois? Bam Bam called for a travel. That was a clutch possession right there. They needed a bucket.
And that's where you need Travis Ingram, Deion Lau. At least one of those players right there would have been able to settle that possession down much better for the Chicago team. There's still time left.
All right, LaMelo Ball looking to run out some of this clock as the Los Angeles Ballers lead 127. Chicago Ballers 122. Melo driving in the paint. Harrison Rieger called for a foul. Melo shooting 2. Augustus Justin says it's getting litty in the shot.
It is.
It's litty again. It's litty again.
Melo misses the front end. These 2-shot fouls. Chicago, they've not been doing a good job of boxing out on these free throws here. If Melo misses, they have to find a way to get this rebound.
All right, they need some more. All right, Chicago has to call a timeout, unable to inbound that last ball. All right.
Interesting thing about this possession here with the timeout, they can actually advance the ball since LaMelo made that. So
just want to keep them in front. Okay, you understand that? Just don't back up and just let him run. Keep them in front. Okay? Let them take some of that clock back. We got plenty of timeouts. So we get trapped or something, we got timeouts to use. So on defense though, keep them in front and rebound. Everybody got a rebound. I know big in there. Everybody, you, and you got a rebound.
Bucks out.
Let's go.
Go up. Everybody find somebody. Bucks out. Got 4 timeouts.
And we got timeouts.
Got 4.
Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
right, so let's take a look at these leading scorers here. LaMelo Ball with 52 points, LaMelo 47, Greg Floyd 14 and 19. As Linnell Watson's having the game of his life, 34 points. Harrison Rigor Mortis, not 29. But what you're seeing right now, NBA Pro rules, Chicago is able to advance the basketball here, making it a little easier to deal with that full court press. But they must score in this possession.
Now Watson, who has a hot hand for the Chicago team, passes it around. Harrison Rieger, Montrell Dixon. Tone Singleton steps out of bounds again in this corner. All right,
they're gonna have to foul here.
Coach Cologne telling him to pick him up full court. Harrison Rieger called for another foul. It's his 5th. Yellow Ball heading to the free throw line. .30. 19 seconds left in this ball game. Los Angeles Ballers lead 130-122. Chicago Ballers. All right, folks, let us know right now, who do you got as a player of the game? As we close this thing out, 9 seconds. Chicago definitely showed up tonight here in their home city. The city showed up for them as well.
There's nothing for the Chicago team to hold their head down about.
Definitely. Sean Lee pulls up from 3, unable to hit. Linnell Watson. Folks, and that is the ball game. 103-122. Los Angeles Ballers walk out of Chicago with a W, one that they definitely fought to earn. Stay tuned, we have Jello Ball for a sideline interview with Coach Doyle Balthazar.
Huge game for this LA team to win their 3rd straight ball game. LaMelo Ball's 3rd game in the Junior Basketball Association. 54 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists. No turnovers in the second half, as he had 5 in the first half. Linnell Watson, Bam Bam, 34 huge points, 12 rebounds. Was able to galvanize this team in the second half, as we're going to go with AB the Hero. He is standing live with LaMelo Ball.
All right, Jello, you're averaging 50 points a game right now in the 3 games that you've played in the JBA. What's been the keys to your game?
I just come in and play my hardest. I don't really look to score that much or like focus on it. I just come in and I want to dominate every time, and then that's where I end up.
All right, this was a very close ball game. How did you guys pull it out there at the end?
Like I said, we just keep our energy up. We wanted to come out the second half and just keep playing with the same fire, and then hopefully the other team tires out.
All right, folks. It's a great game, man. Continue the season that you're having. Folks, stay tuned. Let's check out some highlights from Jello. We'll be talking with Coach Doyle Balthazar next. All right, I'm here with Coach Doyle Balthazar for the Los Angeles Ballers. Coach, this Chicago team came out swinging. It's a very close game. Is it a little bit closer than you expected?
It was a little bit closer than I expected, but you got to give those Chicago guys credit. They came out fighting. They went tooth and nail with us. They gave it all they had, but fortunately we had a little more left in us, and we pulled it on out.
All right, so in this game, Jello again, 50 points. Melo, another triple-double. What are they doing for this team that just is unstoppable right now?
everything. They're doing it all. I would like to see a little more rebounding from them, but as far as scoring and controlling the pace and controlling the scoring of the game, they're doing a fabulous job, those two.
All right, this Los Angeles team, man, is looking good. I'm excited to keep watching them for the rest of the season. Thanks for talking with me.
I appreciate that. Thank you, AB, the hero.
Hey, we out here.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Have a
Coach.
good one,
Thank you. All right, that is the ball game, folks. If you were not in Chicago today, you missed it. Great game. That's the end of the broadcast. Peace.